Hello traders. Let's take a look on oil and let's recap what played out yesterday and what we've been paying attention to as it was one of the most exciting news release ever. When oil bearish news release was announced, we were very close to this level. Bearish news release, and the first hour and a half, what was oil doing? Oil was rallying up from here to here, 80 ticks. 2 hours oil was doing that dance. We knew extremely well not to short anywhere near here. And what did I remind you? I reminded you, if this level is broken, oil will head to here. This is the end of the minor bearish trend. And this is what oil is doing the last 3 hours. Stuck at the fabulous number 50. As the same number where we're buying from is where oil finding selling pressure. We are not surprised whatsoever. Price spelled out all these levels since Monday. And these levels remain intact. And guess what? Oil will fly with monstrosity, and I will highlight the trade we discussed in our education course. Currently the trade at reversal zone at 49.53, very close to 50. Very close reversal zone correlates with the end of the minor trend. We know not to buy into 50. We know that by the time you come to that number, you are in significant profit. Just like we know extremely well, don't ever short into 50. Knowledge is power. You don't need hand holding. So we are gonna have to monitor oil at the number 50 very carefully. Keep your fingers crossed that we're gonna have powerful push down. Buying here is not a pretty place to be. It would be very disappointing if oil will continue chopping. So, ideal buy was as low as possible. Otherwise, we're gonna have to be extremely careful and only buy well outside of 50. And again, expect huge selling pressure from this area. Not far off from 51.80, very powerful selling pressure. And here's the magic of the puzzle. That's where the seller stepped in from. On daily chart, you had opportunity to buy based on alpha wave trader method, and as expected, seller stepped in from this area. Remember the correlation we discussed yesterday. That's where the seller stepped in on hourly, and not far off from reversal zone where bullish trend had started. And that's the magic of the puzzle. And that's exactly the reason why we had not been very crazy about S&P the last 2 days. The bias in S&P was from here. As we discussed, our ideal buying point was at 1990. Yesterday was extremely dangerous day. Picture perfect reminder. A second day in a row we come to S&P and I say, I am not buying at reversal zone. Reminder, on Tuesday we waited patiently and bought from decision point 2. And yesterday my knowledgeable students walked away from computer as I warned you. This is what we call war zone. If you don't know what this means, you have a lot to learn. This is ultimate corrective structure. This is the days that knowledgeable trader walks away from computer. And again, S&P gave you last buying opportunity from decision point 2. As I always remind you, S&P adores decision point 2. Rules are met, you look to buy. And that's what S&P had done. As we discussed yesterday, I said to you, don't be surprised to see S&P at 2053 and here. But this is the worst place to buy. Exact same dance you've been witnessing yesterday will continue right now. The only good thing that will happen on S&P is serious push to the downside. Until then, we're not touching S&P. Buying here, your success rate 20%. As I warned you yesterday, and that's exactly what continued happening, with finally very powerful selling pressure after the close of the trading room. And this was the perfect place to buy if you know the rules. So, extreme caution on S&P. Would love to see powerful selling pressure. Would love to buy as low as possible. Until then, markets will continue in worthless corrective moves. On oil, I will be buying only outside of 50. As trade that's set up pre-market open, currently at a reversal zone. So, patience and discipline is the key. Let's pay attention to the price, and we need volatility at this point, as bullish trend on oil overextended and S&P in corrective mode at reversal zone.